Welcome to my tarot card reading for January 2015. This is a general reading for financial, political, social matters around the world. Let's start immediately with the opening. And the opening has Oba, Oshumare, and Karma. We have to remember that Oba, it is standing. Notice that both feet are standing in different points, different spots, different areas, which might point towards division, might point towards a feeling of indecision. Notice that right behind her, I don't know if you can see that, but there is two rivers that they are joining at the end. So we have two sources joining together. So once again, it might hint us towards this feeling of insecurity, decisions that have to be made, but they're not really secure or assure what is the best decision. Confusion. We have to remember that Oba also, according to the story, goes that she received a message or an advice that was an ill advice. And she did it, and everything went wrong for her. Okay? So, we're seeing here a dynamic of confusion where an ill advice has been done or given with the purpose to manipulate things and change the outcome, or manipulation to get whoever it is, get what they want. We're talking about finances, economy, therefore we're talking about bankers, and we're talking about politicians here. But we have Oshumare and Karma. Karma is also justice, the law. So we might be seeing during this month politicians or bankers or anything along that line that are brought before the law or justice for what they did. As simply as put. We have to remember also Oshumare is a hermaphrodite. We have the rainbow here, and the rainbow is about a pact or an alliance. This is about yin and yang, the moon and the sun. The snake is about wisdom, knowledge, and is about eternity. Therefore, and changes. Therefore, what we are going to start seeing is changes that are coming regarding politics. We have to pay attention, very close attention during the month of January. Don't be surprised, and if there is a coup d'etat, a civil war, or whatever you want to call it, where governments fall, or there is a march to make a change for government change. We could also see that many politicians are brought or are accused of fraud, let's put it like that, technically speaking, because there's ill advice here. There is a wrongdoing, and it's purposely done. They're working behind the scenes, manipulating things to make things happen their own way. But the Karma and Oshumare is letting us know that this is not going to last. It's going to come out, it's going to surface, and they might be brought to justice and government changes. Okay, so that means a government that was ruling highly probably is going to fall during 2015, during January, and if it doesn't fall, the wave of asking that president, that governor, whatever it is, the politician, that wave of asking them to leave to resign is going to be very strong. Okay? And I'm inclined to say so for a very simple reason. We have the Hangman here and the Queen of Cups. The Hangman representing Pisces, water, Neptune, Cancer, Cancer, the throne of Cancer, Moon and Jupiter. Cancer is about domestic issues. And then the Hangman is about love, a sacrifice. And then we have Neptune. Neptune is the one that likes to work and operate with a veil. So it puts, it casts a shadow where everything is done behind the scenes. But at the same time, Neptune on the other side, it likes to bring down the walls, whatever it is, the obstacle likes to bring the obstacle down. So what we're seeing here is domestic issues is going to be the main topic. Corruption, Neptune, corruption and the bad side, the negative way of seeing it, corruption. So we are going to start seeing domestic issues, things related with government and all this kind of stuff that are going to be exposed. And they're going to be asked to leave the office. That's the kind of dynamic that we're going to start seeing. We have here Jupiter that rules the Sagittarius house number 9 that is related with law. Again, law. So we are going to start seeing exactly what I've been saying. The opening is letting us know that there's going to be a lot of domestic issues that are going to be affecting politicians, a lot of politicians, presidents, governors, senators, legislators, etc., etc. This is going to be a very interesting month for politics during 2015. Okay? Let's pay more attention to the rest of the reading and see what else we can say or see. Okay, we have here the rest of the reading. And this is the bulk. And here we have the first week of January. For me, that will represent the first 8 days of January. The first 8 days of January are all related with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is related with Libra. And here is about liberation, seeing clear, being able to see and understand things from a very, 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 very sharp, keen mind. But it's also about liberation. We can see that she has like a tassel, whatever you want to call it, but she has been freed for whatever it is. And this is what it's all about. The first 8 days of January is about freedom. So we might see marches, protests, whatever you want to call it, asking for freedom, to be liberated from whatever it is that they're asking for. Later on it's going to make more sense. But this is the first week. It's about liberation. Okay? Libra is about relationships, alliances. I already mentioned alliances. This is about relationship alliances with other countries. So that means that the first week, the first 8 days of January are there's going to be an emphasis on relationship. European Union, Spain, many other countries, Italy, Greece, they might want to be liberated from the European Union. This is going to be a big emphasis during the first 8 days of January. Okay, that's an example. The second week, from the 8th to the 16th of January, is all about protectionism. I don't have to say a lot. This is about protectionism. This means, and this translates into currency wars, exports and imports. Remember that we have Cancer there that is related with domestic issues, which indirectly means exports and imports. Anything that needs to be done in order to protect domestic issues. That also means the gold. And we see that many countries are starting to pile up gold in their own central banks, and they're taking away the gold from the Federal Reserve in New York. So this also is contemplated in this card. Protectionism, anything that makes feel any country protected and safe. By the third week, from the 16th to the 24th of January, we're talking about a poor performance, a mediocre job, mediocrity, anything along that line. So don't expect good news during the third week of January, especially related with finances. And we have to pay, and again, I'm saying, we have to pay close attention to Japan, but we also need to pay close attention to the numbers that United States is going to disclose regarding Christmas. And it seems like it's not going to be like many years ago. Okay, we have to also look at the fourth week of January. The fourth week of January, which is the 24th of January to the 31st of January, and including the 1st of February, is all about decisions. This last week of January is all about taking decisions. This is not about thinking, this is about doing. And we have then the dynamic of horizontal and vertical lines. And when we put all that together, it makes more sense. Notice that the horizontal line is letting us know that decisions are going to be taken regarding protectionism. So January is going to be a month where many nations are going to start taking a stand that are pro-protectionism. In a vertical line, we have the Queen of Swords with the Three of Coins, Pentacles, or Gold. And this is very interesting. This is letting us know that there is a liberation movement, if you want to call it like that, where people want, or the nation, or the politician, whoever it is, or the group that is emerging, they want to get free from this poor economy. They want a better a better economy, and they want to free themselves from that terrible economy. And this is very important for Spain, Italy, Greece, Japan, but mainly the European Union, because the members, the state members, there might be a higher tendency for many nations to start thinking on splitting because financial reasons. Okay, when we put together the horizontal and vertical line, it creates what I call the existential vortex. And this existential vortex is letting us know that there is going to be a deadlock. There's going to be a failure, a collapse, whatever you're going to call it, but there's going to be a deadlock, and there's a collapse, a failure, whatever you want to name it. Okay, that's what the tarot cards are talking about. We have here liberation, and then we have the Six of Cups that is next to it. And for me, the Six of Cups is about gifts, giving a present to someone. And for me, it means loans. It means any financial aid or help that is given to a nation that needs the help. And we're talking about the money that is given to Spain, Greece, Italy in order to survive financially. The same thing with Puerto Rico and any other country. But this is letting us know that countries, nations, they want to get free. They want to break free from these ties of loans, debt. In other words, debt. They want to break free from that because this is dragging them in a very mediocre performance financially and economically. They want to get free from that. Then we have the Three of Coins that is next to the Three of Staff. And this is very interesting. Number 3 is all about expansion, but this is upside down. So we're talking about contraction, we're talking about recession, deflation, or depression. Those three words are going to be part of the vocabulary. It's going to start making a lot of noise, especially during January. Okay? This is about news, receiving news about a poor performance. So once again, we need to pay attention. The markets are going to be performing on the slow. Okay? It's not going to be that great. In simple words. That's what we have for January 2015 so far. Okay, we have here the trilogy, what I call the trilogy. And the trilogy is all about the Fool, the Chariot, and the Sun. Notice that we already interpret this card as taking a stance, making a decision. And the Chariot is all about, is letting us know that things get out of hand, out of control. And this is talking about failure, collapse. So things get out of hand during the month of January. And again, poor performance. So what we're seeing is governments taking decisions because obviously things are starting to get out of hand, out of control. We have the Sun, and the Sun, we see this little kid, this baby on a horse. But what is very, very important is he's very happy. But why he's very happy? Because right behind him there is a wall. He is protected. That's why he's happy. He's innocent. He's not aware of what is going outside. He doesn't know about the reality. And I think that every one of us can relate with that, because when we were kids, we were not aware of reality. Now we're adults, and now we know reality. And this is about protectionism. We are seeing that governments are going to take a stand, and a stance regarding protectionism. And this has really interesting consequences, because I was talking about domestic issues and foreign affairs. So this is going to have consequences because, once again, Libra is going to affect relationship with allies during 2015. Okay, that's what we have for January 2015, and it's going to affect it because we are going to start taking, nations are going to start taking an approach that is protectionism. And to end, we have here the Four of Staff, which represents Jesus and Joseph and Mary and the Holy Spirit, like they're getting married, divorce. And then again we have St. Jude, the patron of difficult causes. And here we are talking about relationships, allies, business partners, all this kind of stuff. We're going to start seeing a rupture, a split, sigma, a divorce. The thing is that the relationship is going to be affected. And then we have the Nine of Staff that is talking about martyrdom, sacrifice. So the tarot cards are talking about sacrifices. It could be protectionism. That is doom. It's going to create split, separation. It's going to create some sort of friction among many nations. So far, this is what we have for January 2015. Till next one.